Would you like to compete in weekly Doodle World tournaments and have a chance to win Robux prizes and recolor skins? I host what I call Scorch Cups every weekend, and today I will teach you everything there is to know about them, including how to register and how to take part. The first thing you're going to want to do is join my Discord server. I have a link to this in every one of my video descriptions. If you don't have Discord, it's free to download. You just need an email to make an account. But once you join to see a bunch of different chats, you're going to want to go to self roles and click this. This will give you the tourney participant role, which will give you access to the tournament section of the server. So here we have chat. This is just a normal chat to talk about tournaments, etc. And announcements is where important stuff will go. So like signups, for example, past usage, past results, just anything major that's got to be posted. But no, right now we have Scorch Cup 8 signups open, registration. So I'm going to show you guys how to sign up for that. So you're just going to want to click this link, which will bring you to this website called Start GG. You'll see this if it's your first time. You're going to want to make an account in this. So in the bottom left here, you can make an account, just register. I'll walk you guys through this. It's pretty straightforward. The only like actual real information you need is your email and your password. So like when it asks your birthday, it doesn't have to be real. Unless you want to put it, which it's whatever. We'll do this. Is that good? You need to make like a pretty crazy password actually. So yeah, just put a bunch of like numbers and symbols in that. Birthday can be anything. We'll say we're born in 1990, sure, today. Country can be anything. And then opt out, yeah, you want this and you want this. Sign up, doesn't matter. Actually, you probably want to save that. Already, okay, there we go. So this is gonna send you a code to your email. You're just gonna go to your email and click the thing there. So in your email, you'll get this email. You just gotta click to verify here. And then it'll get you to finish your profile. All this is whatever you want. So gamer tag, we'll just say Scorch2. Prefix can be whatever you want. And then name, this can all be fake. Or if you want to put your real stuff, you can put do not display on profile. And this will like, you'll have your actual name in there, but it won't be shown to anybody else. So yeah, you can do that. Country, I think this, yeah, it's optional, optional, optional. Birth date, and then just complete account here. And that should be your account. Yeah, you'll have your account created here. So that's your account. You're gonna want to go back to that link. I'll just go here. Can I refresh? No, you gotta. It's on the side here. But if you need to, you can go back, click that link again, and it'll put you into this as you're in your account. You know you're in your account because in the bottom left it'll have like your profile, whatever. Before it was blank. And then this is the important stuff. This is before you register, you want to read all this. So battle format's pretty straightforward. Singles competitive level 50, team preview on 5 minutes. This is usually all the same. And then here it tells you round one is going to be best of one. So when you play the day of, it's usually a Saturday. It'll be the round one, you're going to just play one match. And then every round after, it'll be a best of three. So you'll play either 2 or 3 matches, depending if you win or lose. Submitting teams is really important. I'll talk about this later because you do it the day of, so just stay tuned for that. Same with this. I'll talk about this later. This is later. Next is bans. So this is something important you got to look at because some doodles you can't use in the tournament. For this tournament, it's going to be a lot because we're doing a UU tournament, which is basically I'll talk about this later, but when you submit your teams, I keep track of that. And then for this tournament, I banned most of the stuff that is used the most, and everything else that is not seen as much is the only things allowed. So that's this is a special UU tournament. Usually this has like sometimes 0 or a couple doodles here. Prizes is usually the same. First place gets 1,000 Robux. Second place gets 400. And make sure you join this group. You just gotta click this link. I can show you, I guess. You just click this link and sign in and join. This is how I pay people like this. If you win the tournament, I pay your the Robux through this. And you got to be in the group for like 2 weeks or something crazy. So just joining as soon as possible, just in case the odd chance you do win. It doesn't hurt to be in the group. So yeah. And then top 4 get a recolor Scorch skin. I'll give you that the day of. Every tournament's streamed here on my channel, so it's just a link to my channel and schedule. This is one of the most important things besides bans. Before you sign up, make sure you can make the day. So this tournament, day one is going to be Saturday, August 12th at 7 a.m. CST. You can just convert this with Google or whatever. It's a live tournament, so you got to show up the time of and be there for usually at least 3 hours. And it's the same thing for day two. The top 8 people make it to day two, and it's always usually the same time. I also want to make sure you guys all know that rounds start immediately after the previous round's finished. So for example, once everybody in round one's finished, round two is going to start immediately after. So this times in the bracket, which I'll show later, it says that 7 a.m. round one starts. That's correct. Round one's always going to be correct. But any round after, the times in there are wrong and just fillers because I'm forced to put in a time. Every round's going to start immediately after the next one's done because the tournament's live. I want to keep it rolling. So I ping about this in Discord as well as mention it on stream. So as long as you're listening to the stream or you're checking your pings on Discord, I just want to make sure you guys all know that they start right after. So don't like finish your round one and then leave and come back for 9:30 for your round two because it's going to be started by then. Next is Scorch Council. This is basically the top 8 from like the people who make top 8 form a Scorch Council, which get to decide the bans, get a private Discord server and an exclusive role that doesn't really that just displays in your profile. They get to vote on the next bans for the next tournament, so that's just something that extra for reaching day two. And then yeah, you can see the people that have signed up. That's me, the owner of Discord server. So here you're gonna want to register. You can click it here. You could go to register here and it'll put you to this. This is all completely free. So you just want to make sure your Discord account's connected. All you got to do is sign into your Discord. So it's just going to make sure you're in my Discord server. This is important because, well, communication goes through there, round starts go through there, submitting teams go through there. You need to be in the Discord to participate, but it also makes you be in it. So yeah, you just got to check status. Wait, what? I mean, I literally own the server. It should. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so nice. You need to get this link, you got to be in the Discord. So it's pretty so like you're usually always in it, but it just makes sure you can continue here. Oh, everything's free. You just got to acknowledge that it's free for some reason and click fire hydrants so they know you're not a robot. And then yeah, complete registration. So yeah, there we go. So registration complete. You guys are now you're gonna be now part of the tournament. You're registered. The next thing you're gonna do is show up the day of, but I'll just go over something quick. If you go to events here and then you click view matches, you can see all the brackets for the tournament. So just click brackets here. Oh yeah, there's all 8 brackets here. If you click on one, you eventually just click through and you can find yourself. This is never final until the day before the tournament. So I ping about this on Discord. Once I ping and say like, oh, brackets finalized, see you guys tomorrow, you can come here, you can search for the brackets, find yourself, and that'll show you who you're going to be playing the day of the tournament. Just make sure it's after I ping, because this is all random. Like this isn't actually finalized yet. Not until I manually do it and then ping about it. So yeah, you're now registered and ready to show up when the tournament starts. So here you are. You've shown up at the time the tournament starts and you're ready to compete. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to events and somehow get to your match. So by getting to the bracket, I usually click this, but if you can find a way to get to see your bracket, you can just click on your own set, and then here you'll have an option to check in. So you'll have 10 minutes to check in after the tournament starts. So the time's posted in the details, which you've known when to show up. And stream also starts as long as I'm not late or something happens. Stream always is going to start as the tournament starts. I also ping about it. So just 10 minutes after the round starts, the tournament starts, you're going to have a check-in option here under tasks. So you just click check in. Once both players have checked in within the 10-minute time, chat's going to open. So here you're going to start your battle. You can communicate, exchange usernames, or say like, oh, join Scorch PS, I'll meet you there. Just find a way to start your battle immediately with your opponent. If your opponent doesn't check in, for example, and you do, they'll just be DQ'd and you'll move on to the next round. So that's just, you skip all this, you just move on to round 2. But say they do show up, for example, you exchange, get in the game. As you're joining a game, like as this is happening, you're going to want to submit your team. You can also do this after, but I just prefer to do it before because people usually forget. You're going to want to go to the Discord server. You're going to go !suggest and just follow the format above. So this is round 1, game 1. Round is like the round, obviously. So every round you have a new player. And then game 1's there for things like Some matches are best of 3, so if you're in round 2, you'll have a game 2 and a game 3, for example. Let's see how teams Wolfreeze, Incinelis. You're just typing out whatever your team name is, or whatever the names of your teammates or the members of your Doodle World team. You can also abbreviate them like Clang is Clangatang, as long as I know what they are. You can also misspell them. Here, let's say our Mothra's Awakened, so we want to specify all Awakened, so just by putting a -A at the end. As well, let's say we have Gramantle. There's 2 different Gramantle forms. There's Poison as well as Air. So just make sure you specify this. Once this is, it looks like this, you can submit this, and it'll immediately delete. It should delete if we refresh this. It deletes. I know it does. Maybe it doesn't because I'm the owner, but it'll delete your message and it'll go into here. This is private, so only I'll see this. So after the tournament's over, I'll be able to view this and I'll put this into usage and use that for stuff like usage stats, which I post at the end, which is just public, like, oh, this is what's used the most, so it's just public information. So everyone's aware of what's used the most. It also lets us do fun things like, for example, a UU tournament, which this one is, for example. That was all from usage of previous Scorch Cups, which I kept track of. This, I swear this deletes. No, it does. As long as you put a question mark suggest, it's going to show you that. So yeah, you're ready for your battle. Once you join your opponent, make sure your spectate's on everyone. So if you go to settings and then you can click spectate on everyone, just in case I do choose to spectate you on stream, you're also more than welcome to have stream in the background or just come and ask questions if you have any questions. I'll be live with you guys the entire time. So you're welcome to come and ask questions. Just chill in the background. But yeah, once your battle is over, you're going to want to go to summary here and you're going to report your games. No matter if you won or lost, you're going to come here and you're going to click, say, Scorch L, VYBZW, submit, and that'll tell me that who won the game, for example. But yeah, whether you win or lose, make sure you do that. For all best of 3 rounds, it'll be the same thing. Just make sure you do this. It doesn't have to be right as they happen. I prefer if it does, but if you're on like mobile, for example, I understand you don't need to do that. You also got to submit your teams for every battle, so make sure you do that before or after. Just make sure you don't forget, as that's important. But for best of 3s, there's going to be a 10-minute adjustment time, so make sure, say you finish game 1, you have 10, both players are going to have 10 minutes after that to start the game 2. Just change your teams, for example. If there is any issues like that, you can ping a moderator in the chat section. There'll be like a ping moderator button, and then me or someone else will come and help you guys out. Just make sure 10 minutes the battle start. As well as if a banned doodle is brought, any banned doodle, if you see it in team preview, that player's automatically banned or DQ'd from, not banned, DQ'd from the tournament, just this tournament. So they lose the whole set, even if it's best of 3. So just ping a moderator, take a screenshot actually first, and then ping a moderator to show. And then if a disconnect happens, like you leave mid-battle, whoever disconnected automatically loses that battle. You don't have to ping about that. Just submit that as a loss. You still, like for example, if someone disconnects in game 1, game 2 still happens. Just counts as that battle's loss. But yeah, make sure you know that round 2 is going to start immediately after round 1's finished, for example, and round 3 immediately after round 2. If you do, it's the same process. So say you win this, you make it to day 2. You see the ping, you show up for, round 2. You win round 1, you wait a bit, oh, ping, round 2 is started. You come, you check in, you submit your team, then you start your battle, spectates on everyone. Then you submit your battles. Say you win again, you make it to round 3. Round 3 is going to start when I ping about it, when I mention it on stream. And say you win round 3 here, whatever the final is for the day, and you make it to day 2. What happens then is you come back at the same time as today started, just the day after. So it shows if we go to, where is it? It's shown in here. It'll be easier to find when it's actually live. But day 2 is going to consist of the winner from each bracket. So the top 8, the winner of each bracket is going to make it to day 2. They're going to show up, hopefully, at the same time that the tournament started, just the day after. It'll show the time here. And then, yeah, the same process is you check in, then you submit your teams, do your battles, submit your battles. And then if you make it to top 4, this is the only time where it's going to be different. You still check in, you still submit your battles, submit your teams before that. But I'm going to be watching each of these sets by themselves. throughout the whole thing. So make sure if you do make top four, you're listening to stream and you know that I'm going to be watching the whole thing. Just so it's fair for finals. So once both top four sets are over, finals, people come check in, you submit your teams, submit your battles, and then yeah, that'll be the end of the tournament. The winner will be revealed, and everybody will be given their prizes. I hope this video helped you all understand everything you need to know about joining my Scorch Cups. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll respond. I usually host a Scorch Cup every weekend, so I look forward to seeing you all in the competition. Until next time, Scorch out.